Hi girls of standard 5th, welcome back to our EVS1 science second term portion, which is presented by Ms. Shilpa Ribello. Let's continue with our lesson, infectious diseases and how to prevent them. In the last presentation we have seen the part 1. Now we will see part 2. There is a remaining lesson. In the first part, we have studied about the spread of disease through different mediums, that is through air, through water, through food and through insects. Now we are going to see spread of disease by direct contact. If you see the pictures, there are the two pictures, ringworm and scabies. So there are the red spots on the hands and the scabies also, the red spots, bigger red spots where it pains and we try to scratch it. So ringworm, scabies are diseases that affect the skin. These two diseases are the skin diseases. They are the skin diseases. So the germs are found on the skin. If someone else comes in contact with the skin of a person having this disease or wears his clothes, then that person can get that skin disease too. So these two diseases are skin disease. So the germs, whichever the germs, these are found on the skin. So if someone touches the skin of that person, or if they shake hand, or if they wear the clothes of that person, then what happens? Then that disease is also that person also will get the same skin disease. So that is why it is better to avoid sharing clothes. We are not supposed to share each other's clothes. An epidemic of a disease. Germs of diseases like the flu or conjunctivitis spread quickly through the air. So many people can get such diseases all at one time. So if they have flu, conjunctivitis, then they spread quickly with the help of air. So many people can be affected at one time by this disease. So if the water of a common source is contaminated by germs of a disease like cholera, then there is the danger of all those who drink that water getting the disease. If the water of a common source means the private, the taps wherever on the street it's available outside in the surroundings, if any of the cholera disease person drinks water from there, then the people who drink the water from there will also suffer. If at the same place mosquitoes breed in larger numbers, then many people there can get malaria. So wherever the water is wasted and settle over there, in this mosquitoes, they move in the large numbers on the near there, then the people whoever is there, they can get malaria disease. So an epidemic of a disease, when many people in one area get the same infectious disease all at the same time, we say that there is an epidemic of the disease. So what do you mean by epidemic? That the people suffering from the same disease at the same time. The people, those who are suffering at the same disease at the same time, that is known as epidemic. So what are the examples of this disease? Flu, conjunctivitis, cholera, malaria, and nowadays COVID-19, that is pandemic disease. air, water, food and insects are the mediums through which diseases spread. We have seen in the last presentation, that there are 4 mediums through which diseases are spread. We have seen one by one, through air, through water, through food and through insects. So hence, if everyone takes care to ensure that the germs do not enter our food, water or air, and also to prevent the breeding of insects that spread disease, it is possible to prevent a disease from becoming an epidemic. So we are supposed to be safe. We are not supposed to drink water from the municipality places. Okay, so it's better to drink clean water. For this, it is important for all of us to make cleanliness a habit. We are supposed to clean our places. We are supposed to clean our surroundings. Our houses should be clean. And so, it will be very important for us to make a habit of cleanliness. Now, prevention of infectious disease. Why should you not go to school if you have conjunctivitis? Have you got the answer? Yes. A viral or bacterial infection can cause conjunctivitis. It can be viral, it can be bacterial. So it spreads through one infected person to other one. So to protect other children, we should not go to school. So if you are having conjunctivitis, that is the sore eyes. Conjunctivitis is a disease of eyes, sore eyes. So what happens? It can be contagious. Other person can get it, other child can get it. So it's better we are not supposed to go to school if we suffer from that disease. To prevent disease from spreading through water, it is purified at the water works. So where the water works, for example dams, we get the light through water. So the people who are working at water works, we are supposed to purify it, purify the water. How? In smaller towns and villages. Now if you are going to villages, you will see that there are big wells where the people are filling the water to drink. Okay, so in these wells, what they do? They put bleaching powder. They put bleaching powder which is available in the BMC offices, municipality offices, and they add this bleaching water to the well water, in the well water. Why? Because it kills the germs whichever is involved in that water, inside the water, and it makes the water safe for drinking. So we can use that water for drinking. So when there is an epidemic of gastro or jaundice, people are advised to boil water before drinking it. So if they lose motions, or if we have the vomiting problem, gastro problem, so what happens? Doctor advises us to boil the water and drink it. So to prevent mosquitoes from breeding, from moving from one place to another, we must ensure that there is no stagnant water in the surroundings. Now, for example, if there are holes on the roads, or if there are tires, if there are empty pots, then what happens? The water collects and remains in that tire, pots or in the holes for a longer time. So what happens? The mosquitoes, flies, they move in that water, they stay in that water, and the water becomes very dirty. So we are not supposed to keep any of the tires, empty vessels, empty things on near our surroundings. But if that is not possible, insecticides have to be used. The pesticides, you can use coil, you can use Mortin, as I told you in the first presentation. Okay, so we are supposed to use some of the insecticides, pesticides to kill these flies or mosquitoes. So thus diseases like malaria and dengue can be prevented, they can be stopped. So there will be no mosquitoes and flies moving around, or they will bite us and we will get malaria or dengue. It will never happen. So if we use insecticides and pesticides, naturally malaria and dengue will not be found anywhere. So people who have a serious infectious disease like tuberculosis or swine flu are quarantined. Nowadays also, if those who are having the COVID-19 coronavirus, if anyone is suffering from this virus, naturally they are also quarantined for 15 to 1 month, 15 days to 1 month. So same way, those who are having tuberculosis or swine flu, they are also quarantined. They are kept at home in one of the room, or they have the special wards in the hospitals. So there are separate wards in hospitals for people who with infectious diseases. Clothes and utensils used by the patients are washed with germicides. The spittle of a person who has tuberculosis is collected in a vessel and covered with a germicide like phenol. So clothes and utensils which are used by the patients with these diseases, they are germicides, means they are washed in the good chemicals which the germs are being killed. Even the spit of a person who has tuberculosis is also collected in a vessel and it is covered with a germicide like phenol. The phenol is being put in that so that the germs will be died or it will be killed in that. So such precautions help to prevent the disease from spreading to others. To prevent the spread of diseases through air, people should cover the mouth when sneezing or coughing and avoid spitting in the open, that is on the roads. So if it is necessary to be with such a patient, a mask should be worn to cover the nose and mouth. Nowadays also we use masks if we go out. So if the person who is having cold, so they are supposed to use mask. If someone in the family gets an infectious disease, the government health department should be informed so that necessary steps for preventing the spread of the disease can be taken. So if someone in the family, if in our family, if anyone is affected by this disease, then we are supposed to inform the government health department so that whatever the steps are there to prevent them, to cure from the disease can be taken. So nowadays also if anyone has COVID-19, the BMC people come and take them to the hospitals, or by chance they only go and admit in the hospitals. Why? Because they should be cured from that disease. Vaccine. A vaccine is an inactivated, dead or killed form of bacteria or virus that is injected into the body to activate our immune system. If you see, the vaccine is being given. So it is an inactivated, that is dead or killed, form of bacteria or virus. Now what is vaccination? When there is an epidemic of a disease, does every person in the area get the disease? When disease producing microorganisms enter our body, the body resists the disease or fights the germs. That is why many times we do not get a disease even if germs enter our body. So what happens when disease producing microorganisms enter our body? The body resists the disease. We fight. The body fights with a disease and also fight with the germs. And because of that, we never get disease for a longer time. Vaccination. Another way to prevent disease is vaccination. Our body develops resistance to a particular disease if we are vaccinated against it. If the vaccinations are given, the injections are given from the municipality, then naturally we will be not getting the disease. Soon after a baby is born, she is given the tuberculosis vaccine. TB vaccine. As the baby is born, new child, your mother must be knowing about it. So she is taken to the hospital, municipal hospital or private hospitals, and they are given the tuberculosis vaccine on the hand. So when the baby is 1.5 months old, she or he is given vaccinations against diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus and polio. So these also vaccines are being given. Even you must be given by your parents. When you were small, your parents must have also given to you. So if these vaccinations are given to us, nothing will happen to us. So such vaccinations, 2 or more doses of these vaccinations are given at intervals of 1 month. So the vaccines for diphtheria, whooping cough and tetanus are combined into a triple vaccine and given as an injection. So the polio vaccine is given orally. Orally means the drops are being put in our mouth, and others vaccines are given as an injection. See here, the vaccination is given to the child. The polio vaccine is given orally. Oral means the drops are being given from the mouth. There are other topic is the public health service facilities. To prevent the spread of infectious diseases and epidemics, health and community welfare programs are undertaken at the national level. Community programs for vaccination are also undertaken as part of national health schemes. So children are given the vaccines by trained people. Special camps are arranged for this purpose. So there is a public health service facilities to prevent the spread of infectious diseases and epidemics. Health and community welfare programs are undertaken at the national level. The national level committee, what they do, they arrange the programs in different parts. So some community programs for vaccination are also undertaken as part of national health schemes. Now children who are given vaccines, they are given by the trained people. And also the special camps. Now for example, if you see, if there are polio doses and all, the people come to your houses. They move from house to house So the special camps are being arranged for this purpose. So primary health centers have been established at the village level, especially it is in the at the village level. So there are also facilities like mobile dispensaries. Now what do you mean by mobile dispensaries? Mobile dispensaries means the small dispensaries from one place to another. It is like how we carry mobile. Wherever we go, we carry our mobiles and we can talk with our friends or our family members. So same way these dispensaries, wherever we want, we can take it. So it is in the van, in the car, or in the big tempo bus. So they have arranged these dispensaries according to that. Also ambulances and a welfare fund for the disabled. Disabled means the handicapped people. Services like the examination of urine and blood, X-ray, ultrasound and other scans are also available through the health programs. So we do the test. So urine test, blood test, we also remove X-ray. So all these scans are being done. So all these are available through the health program. So thus patients can get the service they need without delay. So if you call, they come quickly and they do the whatever the necessary things are there. So they are not delaying. So people are also educated about the right methods of handling drinking water and food. They are urged to maintain cleanliness in their surroundings. If you see, so people now they are educated with the right methods by handling the drinking water and food. That means they are giving the boiled water to the children. They also drink the boiled water, okay, clean water, and also they keep their surroundings clean. So it is now forbidden by law to spit in a public place. The law is being made that they are not supposed to spit at the public place. No one is supposed to spit at the public place. The purpose of this ban is to prevent the spread of diseases. If no one will spit on the public place, then there will be no disease spread in the air. Also, mass media are also used for raising public awareness about health and hygiene issues. We can see on the television, we can see on the Facebook, then there are on internet. So all this public awareness has maintained the health and hygiene issues on mass media. Do you know, girls? At one time it was believed that diseases are caused due to anger of gods, evil spirits, or due to black magic. So the remedies prescribed for this were also inhuman. It was wrong. However, science has shown that diseases are caused by microorganisms and these beliefs are false. So it is not the God's anger of God. God is angry, so we are getting any disease. Or it is not like that evil. It is about evil or due to black magic we are getting the disease. But we are getting the disease because of microorganisms. So microorganisms are a kind of living things. All microorganisms do not cause disease. Some microorganisms are useful for us. They bring about the conversion of milk into yogurt and the fermentation of the batter for idlis and dosas, etc. Always remember, girls, cleanliness, a balanced diet and vaccination are essential, important for the prevention of infectious diseases. So what we have learned, that diseases caused by microorganisms are called infectious diseases. Microorganisms that cause diseases are also called germs. So every infectious disease is caused by a specific microorganism or germs. Infectious diseases spread through water, food or air, or by direct contact or through insect bites. If care is taken to prevent germs from entering the body, the spread of disease can be prevented. If many people in a place get a disease at the same time, it is called an epidemic. So vaccination is an excellent method of preventing disease. Here is the question answers which is given back of your lesson. What's the solution? Use your brain. Answer the following questions. What is an infectious disease? What are the mediums of the spread of disease? What happens when there is an epidemic of a science of this disease? What is vaccination? Make a list of the vaccinations that are given to a newborn baby. True or false? Classify the diseases. Give reasons. And here is a small assignment given by me. You are going to take the help of this presentation or your textbook and you are going to write the question and answers in your science notebook along with the questions whichever I have given just now, which are there in your textbook. I hope so you have understood this lesson, girls. Bye, girls. Thank you. Stay home. Stay safe.